With Ant-Man coming to theaters very soon, it's time we examine his film under a microscope. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Ant-Man Marvel facts.
Did you think you could stop the future?
For this list, we'll be taking a look at the little details and revelations leading into this film's release, identifying those that we find particularly noteworthy.
When you're small, you have superhuman strength.
Number 10, Peyton Reed and the Guardians.
I've been watching you for a while now. You're different.
Ant-Man director Peyton Reed, most known for his work on comedies, was actually sought by Marvel Studios for another project, 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy. Marvel ultimately decided to give that film's reins to James Gunn, but Reed evidently was not forgotten.
Now don't let anyone tell you that you have nothing to offer.
When original writer Edgar Wright departed due to a conflict, Reed was called upon to fill the suddenly vacant role.
Now I'm standing. You all happy? We're all standing up now. Bunch of jackasses standing in a circle.
Number 9, passing the torch.
Scott, I've been watching you for a while. You're different.
Born of co-writers Edgar Wright and Joe Cornish's past deal with Artisan Pictures, the theme of one generation's passing responsibility to another is integral to the film's plot.
Second chances don't come around all that often. I suggest you take a really close look at it.
Executive producer Kevin Feige has stated that Ant-Man will be concerned with the original hero Hank Pym passing along the titular mantle to newcomer Scott Lang, portrayed by Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd respectively.
This is your chance to earn that look in your daughter's eyes, to become the hero that she already thinks you are.
What's interesting is that, like many of Marvel Studios' endeavors, this narrative matches its comic book counterpart. The comics incarnation of Dr. Pym, being the first Ant-Man, also permitted Lang to act as his successor.
I'm not Ant-Man. You are now.
Number 8, the power of Ant-Man.
Now, the suit has power. You have to learn how to control it.
The Marvel Universe's smallest hero certainly doesn't lack for powers. The Ant-Man armor, as portrayed in the film and established in the comics, has 3 distinct effects: shrinking the wearer down to ant size, imbuing said wearer with immense strength, and granting them the power to speak to insects.
Down! I said down!
This is achieved via Pym particles, manufactured particles that also shrink down other objects, as well as any gadgets and weapons Ant-Man might require. Seems like any trouble Scott Lang finds himself in, the armor will be there to help.
When you're small, you have superhuman strength. You're like a bullet.
Number 7, long time coming.
I know. Wasn't my idea.
The road to get Ant-Man to the silver screen has been a lengthy one. Really lengthy, it seems. As the story goes, Ant-Man's creator, Stan Lee, sought to get a film based on the hero produced, pitching such an idea to New World Entertainment at some point in the late 1980s.
Scott, I need you to be the Ant-Man.
New World considered, but ultimately declined the pitch, stating that the story felt too similar to that of 1989's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and thus the film was shelved for 2 decades. Number 6, amusingly literal. Apparently, Marvel's sense of humor extends to marketing their movies. In January 2015, the studio began to promote Ant-Man with all sorts of media: interviews, talk show appearances, and posters. But its most bold and perhaps most amusing act was releasing a preview for the teaser trailer that was ant-sized. The teaser for a teaser consisted of video footage scaled down to a barely visible size, set to intense, full audible music. The result is a cheeky nod to the small stature of the titular hero, and proof that Marvel gets the concept of levity. Number 5, Yellow Jacket.
Who are you? The name's Yellow Jacket.
For every hero, there must be a villain, and thus for every ant, there has to be a Yellow Jacket. Specifically, actor Corey Stoll has been cast as Darren Cross, who in this incarnation takes on the mantle of the supervillain Yellow Jacket.
You tried to hide your suit from me. Now, it's gonna blow up in your face.
In the film, Cross is a former student of Hank Pym who takes over Pym's company and uses the AntMan technology to create a yellow and black variant of the armor. Similar power sets, similar insect themes. we're eager to see what happens when Yellow Jacket and Ant-Man eventually collide.
You're just a thief!
No, I'm Ant-Man.
Number 4. A Grand Heist.
My days of breaking into places and stealing stuff are over.
Each Marvel film has relied on the structure of a genre, and in a way, this is no different.
I want you to break into a place and steal some stuff.
Kevin Feige has said that Ant-Man will fit the mold of a heist movie. Interesting, considering that the comic version of Scott Lang started as a bank robber.
I'm not dealing with some common thief.
There's a twist to this, however. The film's version of Hank Pym is endorsing Lang's criminal activities, in the hopes of stealing back his research before it's used with ill intent.
Imagine a soldier the size of an insect. The ultimate secret weapon.
This kind of necessary evil can be interesting if done right, and we certainly hope it pays off.
Are you ready to become the hero?
Number 3. The technical side of things.
If you give godlike powers to everyone, it's going to be chaos.
Thanks to advancements in filmmaking, Ant-Man's powers can now be conveyed in full. Co-producer Brad Winderbaum has mentioned that in order to portray shrinking characters, they will be using macro photography for extreme close-ups on objects, making small places look epic and enormous in scope. Motion capture is then used to insert Paul Rudd and other actors into these environments, allowing the filmmakers to construct scenes accordingly. Suffice to say, it's going to be quite the impressive setup. Number 2. New draft.
So how do we stop him?
I know a guy.
Scripts have a tendency to change with the project. So, when Edgar Wright departed, the decision was made to alter his existing script. Enter Adam McKay. Known for his work on Saturday Night Live and various comedy films, this experienced writer-director went about altering and adding details to the script, with assistance from Paul Rudd himself.
Hey, sweet cheeks. Got an invite I'd like to extend your way.
The duo has stated that while certain characters and scenes have been reworked, the original script, written by Wright and Cornish, remains the film's framework.
Is it too late to change the name?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Everything is achievable through technology.
Number 1. End of the line.
I've been watching you for a while now. You're different.
Originally, Ant-Man was set to commence Phase 3 of Marvel's Cinematic Universe, leaving Avengers: Age of Ultron as the conclusion to Phase 2.
There's only one path to peace.
Kevin Feige announced in October 2014 that Ant-Man would instead be the 6th and final film in Phase 2, claiming that its focus on Hank Pym's lineage and the themes of heroes rising from unexpected situations was linked to the decision. Whatever the case, it makes us eager to see the end result.
It's not about saving our world. It's about saving theirs.
Do you agree with our list?
I quit.
What detail about the production of Ant-Man got you excited?
Show me how to party.
For more varying sized top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.